Monday, 8:53 a.m.
Anne, it's me. I'm calling from Vienna. No, sorry, I'm calling from Prague. It's Prague. I'm pretty sure it's Prague. Anyway, look, Anne, I want to apologize. I realize how much I hurt you. My sweet darling, Look, there's someone on the line, Anne. I'm sorry. I really have to take this call. I'll get back to you.
Monday, 9:35 a.m.
Hello? It's Mum.
Monday, 1:05 p.m.
Tú sabes quién es. Deja el aparato en la camioneta que está detrás del edificio. Te dará la camioneta verde y él te contactará para darte más instrucciones.
Monday, 1:06 p.m.
Trees have names. The trees have names. The trees have names.
Monday, 1:32 p.m.
Hello, this is Sally at Cooper's. Just to let you know that the vehicle is now in the showroom and ready for your collection. Thank you.
Monday, 2:20 p.m.
Hello? It's Mum again. I got your postcard. It looks very nice. And the photo? Is that really you? I'm glad you're making friends and so on. The thing is, Anne,
It just isn't any money to send you.
I've spoken to your dad and he says no. Absolutely not.
Not another penny. You just make it clear.
I'm telling her. I'm really sorry, Anne, darling, but we just can't keep on doing it. Look, I have to go now, darling. Your dad sends his love.
Alright? God bless.
Monday, 4:13 p.m.
Anne? Brilliant. It's moving, it's timely, it's distressing, it's funny, it's sexy, it's deeply serious, it's entertaining, it's illuminating, it's cryptic, it's dark. Let's meet. Call me.
Monday, 10:21 p.m.
Sabemos dónde vives, hija de puta. Estás muerta, básicamente. Las fucking cosas que hiciste. Güey, nosotros no olvidamos. Vas a desear nunca haber nacido.
Monday, 10:30 p.m.
Anne? Pick up the phone.
I know you're there. And his name's hiding, Anne.
Hiding from what? The world? Hiding from the world, Anne.
Come on. Grow up. Grow up, Annie, and pick up the phone. So what is this then?
A cry for help?
Don't tell me this is a cry for help, because what am I supposed to do exactly about your cry for help, And what if you're lying there, Anne? Already dead, Is that the scenario I'm supposed to imagine here? The scenario of a dead body rotting next to you? Next to the machine? What?
The the larvae of flies listening to your messages.
Or if your building has been destroyed, or if your city has been destroyed, the airports and the shoe shops, the theatres and the fashionable halogen-lit cafes that have sprung up in the disused warehouses by the disused canals.
So only the larvae of insects are listening to your messages.
Listening to me, Anne, as they tunnel through your remains. I'm growing morbid, Anne. I think you should pick up the phone and make me smile. Make me smile the way you used to, Anne. I know you're there, I know you're there, I know you're there, Anne, and I know that I'm patient. You'll answer me, you'll answer me. You will answer me. Won't you, Anne?
That was your last message.
To save all messages, press 1.
All messages deleted.
The whole of the past is there in her face. It's written there, like a history. The history of her family. The history of the land itself. This is where her family has lived generations.
It's a valley.
It's a valley. Yes. Deep in the hills.
It's a valley deep in the hills where the traditional ways have been maintained for generations, and there are fruit trees.
Each child who is born in this valley has a fruit tree planted in their name. In fact, there's a kind of ceremony.
A kind of formal ceremony takes place in the village, and for generation upon generation, this formal ceremony of naming has taken place on the birth of each child. The trees, in other words, have names.
They have names, just as the inhabitants have names. There is the person, and there is the tree. There is Anya the woman, and there is Anya the tree.
The trees have names, and so do the blades of grass. Because life is so precious, life is so felt, things are so alive, so sacred, that even the blades of grass have names. It's something we can hardly comprehend.
We can hardly comprehend this sacred, sacred life. This sense of completeness is beyond our understanding. This sense of awe humbles us.
But now, devastation.
What?
The devastation, the harmony of generations has been destroyed.
Exactly. This enclosed, secure world is torn apart.
The harmony of generations has been destroyed. The women have been raped. The little children have been disemboweled.
The men have hacked each other to pieces. Cousin has murdered cousin. Brother has raped sister.
And now the dogs are picking over the remains.
The petrol used to fuel the ancient tractors and to generate the electricity for the old black and white TVs has been used to set each other alight. First, to set living people alight, and now, for health reasons, to burn the corpses.
Living people set on fire, the cold vapour of the petrol, then the hot rush of the flame, the burning people running, blazing between the fruit trees which bear their names, scorching the leaves, writhing on the blades of grass, while the soldiers stand by laughing.
The soldiers are laughing. even though these are their own cousins, their own parents, their mothers and their fathers.
Or burying them alive. Burying them alive up to their necks in fertile earth, then smashing their skulls open with a spade. They have a name for this.
The flower. And it's all there in her face.
It's what?
All there in her face.
In Anya's face. We don't need words. She's beyond words. Her mouth, in fact, her mouth trembles but no words come.
The inadequacy of words. The terrifying inadequacy of words as she stands by a tree covered in delicate white petals. A plum tree, covered in delicate white petals, which is the moment. Yes, the moment we realise that this is her tree.
This is her own tree. Anya's tree.
Anya's tree. Planted what? 50 years ago on the day of her birth. The hole dug by her father, the roots spread out by her mother and watered and tended by the family who now lie dead.
Her very own tree.
The air smells of petrol.
It's spring.
Panorama of the whole valley.
The whole deep valley in spring.
And now she speaks.
Yes, because she must. Because the words well up as she stands beside her tree. The tree gives her strength. The strength to speak.
She points to some charred timbers that, she says, was my home. My children were hiding under the bed. They killed them both. First the boy, then the girl. They set light to my little girl's hair. I still don't know why they set light to my little girl's hair. It crackled like a pile of sticks.
Then she breaks down.
Who? Anya?
She screams. She breaks down and scratches her cheeks like something from an ancient tragedy.
I don't think so. I don't think Anya screams. I don't think she breaks down and scratches her cheeks like something from an ancient tragedy. I think her eyes blaze. I think she advances towards the camera and begins to curse. You motherfucking shit-faced murderers, she says. You pig-fucking bastards. You sister-fucking blaspheming face killers. I spit on your graves and on the graves of your mothers and your fathers, and curse all generations.
She's angry.
She's very angry. She's very angry, but she has a right to be.
She has, well, obviously, a right to be angry. Everything destroyed, a way of life destroyed, a relationship with nature destroyed.
And this is why we sympathise.
Of course we sympathise.
Not just sympathise, but empathise. Empathise because...
Yes.
Because Anya's valley is our valley. Anya's trees are our trees. Anya's family is the family to which we all belong.
So it's a universal thing, obviously.
It's a universal thing in which we recognise. We strangely recognise ourselves, our own world, our own pain.
Our own anger.
A universal thing which strangely... What?
Which strangely restores.
Which strangely restores. I think it does. Yes. Our faith in ourselves. Our faith in ourselves. Our faith in ourselves. Our faith in ourselves. camera loves you.
The camera loves you.
The camera loves you. We need to sympathize.
We need to empathize.
We need to advertise. We need to realize that we are the good guys. We are the guys.
We're talking reality. We're talking humanity. We're talking of a plan to be. Overwhelmed by the sheer totality of utterly believable three-dimensionality. Three-dimensionality of all the things that Anne can be. All the things that Anne can be.
Of all the things that Anne can be.
What's Hecuba to him, or he to Hecuba?
A megastar. A megastar.
A megastar, AMEGASTAR. The camera loves you. The camera loves you. The camera loves you. We need to fantasize.
We need to synthesize. We need to advertise that we are the good guys.
We're the good guys.
We need to go for the sexiest scenario. It isn't just writing, it's much more exciting than writing. We're talking actuality, we're talking contemporarity. We're saying that we want to be overwhelmed with the sheer quantity, yes, by the sheer quantity of the things that Anne can be. Of all the things that Anne can be.
What's Hecuba to her, or she to Hecuba?
A megastar?
The fuck you are. The camera loves you. The camera loves you. The camera. The camera. The camera. The camera. The camera. 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 The camera loves you.
She's the girl next door. She's the fatal flaw. She's the reason for the Trojan War.
She's royalty. She practices art. She's a refugee in a horse and a cart.
She's a pornographic movie star, a killer and a brand of a car. A killer and a brand of a car.
She's a terrorist threat. She's a mother of three. She's a cheap cigarette. She is ecstasy. She's femme fatale. She's the edge of a knife. She's one hell of a girl. She's intelligent life.
She's a presidential candidate for every little warring state.
She winters in the south. She collects antiques. She's a big fat mouth, but she never speaks.
She's given a spade at the edge of a wood, Figaro raised by a man in a hood. She drives a tank over neon mates while choosing to bank a competitive race. She bombs by stealth, she has unlimited wealth, white knobbly knees. White knobbly knees?
Yes, knobbly knees, and speaks fluent Japanese.
お仕事は何ですか? お空さんはいますか? お空さんはいますか?
She's an artificial tan, she's the fat in the pan, she's the film in the can, she's the shit in the pan. She's the one who ran when the shooting began.
She's a girl with a plan, she's a boy with a man, she's a dyke with a femi, she's a man with a van, she's a dedicated football fan with unlimited attention span.
She's the predator, she's the god of war, she's the fatal flaw, she's the girl next door.
She's the girl next door.
She's the girl, 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 she's the
She's the girl next door, she's the girl next door.
Bombed out city in a metallic red Cadillac Sierra 1956.
Name.
When she reaches a checkpoint lit by burning tires and is asked exactly for her name. Strangely enough, she doesn't reply to this reasonable request, but begins instead a triad of foul-mouthed abuse.
You motherfucking shit-faced murderers, she says. You pig-fucking, cock-sucking bastards. You sister-fucker blaspheming, child-murdering, mindless fuck-face killers. I shit on the graves from the graves of your mothers and fathers, and curse all generations.
Identity.
And then, when asked once more, that's right, for her identity, falls silent.
Silence.
Then she's mumbling something else about her garden and the plum trees and the city's dried up fountains. About, what's this? The water she used to warm in plastic bottles so as to not shock the roots. She's mumbling something about...
Speak up.
She's mumbling something about, that's right, speak up you bitch. Something about the loss of electricity.
Nights spent in complete darkness in the decay of frozen meat. About the woman banging saucepan lids in the streets is a kind of lamentation.
Name.
About the burning of entire libraries full of books and irreplaceable manuscripts, and about stale bread thrown off the back of trucks, and on about the plums and the white flowers.
Meanwhile.
And the smell of sewage coffee and human remains. And meanwhile, that's right, meanwhile, thank you, the soldiers crowd round this nameless woman with the long grey hair streaked with blood, and round the red Cadillac lit by the stacks of burning tyres, and ask her just where the fuck on this god-for-fucking saken earth that she thinks she's going. The airport. Child to the airport. You don't have to shout at me. I'm an educated woman, not some rich peasant out of a field who came into the city to clean rich toilets. I have a passport and a bank account in US dollars, and I'm taking my child to the airport. Now please, let me pass.
Strangely.
But yes, as you say, strangely there is no child to be seen. Child? What child? And women with passports don't look like this. Women with US dollars don't look like this. Their hair is streaked professionally in salons with artificial highlights, not with human blood. They don't drive battered Cadillacs. They own four-wheel drive Japanese Jeeps with a spare tyre they will never use strapped to the rear door. Let's shine a flashlight, shall we, on the back seat and see just what she's talking about.
Child. What child?
Let's get out the rubber. What child exactly? Flashlight, and see just what it is she's talking about. Just what it is she means by child. This nameless woman with the long grey hair and nastily pock-marked face. And while we're on the subject of her marked face, and while we're on the subject of her appearance, why can't she be just a little bit more attractive? Why can't she be just a little bit more sympathetic? Why can't she have a few more teeth? Why can't she bend over and let us see her ass? Why can't she break down in tears and make us long to comfort her, instead of staring like that and spitting?
Strangely,
as you say, the light from the torch reveals on the back of the seat the vehicle only two shiny plastic bags, each tied at the neck, but no child whatsoever. And now she's mumbling something about...
Speak up!
Something about a garden sling. Something about her little girl. Her little Anne. Her little Anushka. Something... What's this? Speak up. Something about her Anushka being in the bags. And about her need, her urgent need to take these bags to the airport with her education and her bank account in US dollars and buy air tickets. Doesn't she realise the airport is closed? Didn't she hear the runway being bombed? Didn't she see the intelligent rockets splash up the concrete like stones dropped into a pool?
Strangely.
Can't she feel the white heat of the aviation fuel? No. Strangely, as you say, she seems to believe the airport is functioning normally. Strangely, she seems to think the world's white beaches and cosmopolitan cities are still a few hours away by regular scheduled flights.
Strangely.
This famous woman strangely seems to imagine she can still get a bank account with a plastic card and fly first class with little Anne, with Anushka, out of the red rifles and axes, to a city full of art galleries, Halogen language, charming cafes and gold shoes.
Strangely.
And yes, strangely, no one asks her what means by Anushka being in the bags.
Strangely.
And yes, strangely, no one asks to examine bags.
And yes, most strangely perhaps of all, no one questions why a child should be in two bags, as opposed to one.